everyone, it's Rachel here at the MLG Spring Championship, and if you are paying attention, Call of Duty has exploded all over this event. They have arguably the biggest stage, huge online turnout. Mike, you've been doing the casting and getting involved in putting this together. What has that been like?
It's been hard work, you know, for a while, but to be honest, it's all paying off right now because the crowd here has been just absolutely amazing. It's been great.
Well, Hastro here is a caster, a team owner, and also a consultant for Treyarch. So you have the wham bam thank you ma'am of involved in Call of Duty. What is the most complicated aspect of those three?
You know, it's tough. I would say every one of those has like its own little unique thing that you have to pay attention to, or just variables that you have to kind of work through. But I don't know. I mean, as a team owner, I think that's one of the most challenging things for me. The other stuff just kind of comes off of knowledge, and being a team owner kind of comes through experience and like just a ton of experience that you have to go through, and just the ups and downs and emotions that you go through with your players, and just all the little details you have to pay attention to. It's tough. It's really tough, and you really want to be there for your team, but in my position it's kind of unique because I'm also a caster, so I also have to be there for every other team as well.
Well, since you picked team ownership, I'm going to start with questions about Envious. You guys did an incredible job at, what is that, the Niagara Gaming?
Yeah, they took first at the UGC Niagara tournament, which is a smaller land. It's about $12,000 in prize money, but they took first there. They took second at the Call of Duty World Championships. They took home $200,000 there. Had a top 4 seed coming into this event, but they were a little disappointing here. Had a disappointing finish, finished 9th, stumbled. They lost to Optic 3-1, and then stumbled against a team that they were favored to beat by quite a bit.
Well, having been involved with the game developers, I mean, they're invested in the esports scene, it seems. I mean, you're on the inside. Does it feel that way when you go into the office?
Yeah, with Treyarch, very much so. I mean, that studio from the get-go, I mean, when the game was being developed, was very, very adamant about creating a whole initiative and development of the game for esports. So what you're seeing right here is definitely something that's been, you know, calculated and worked on, and was a goal for the team at Treyarch and the team over at Activision. And they've been extremely supportive. You could not ask for a better crew of people. They're actually all sitting up there watching the matches right now, and that just says a lot that they all turn out to come watch. So it's awesome that they've been involved that much.
So how many changes that you suggest for the game come from your team?
Well, not really so much from my team, but more so just my experience as a former pro and a caster. I mean, that's what I brought to the table. Is that, you know, I had knowledge as a pro and I had knowledge as a caster, and I mean, that's basically the two things you really need to understand when you're working on esports features in a game. I think, you know, you need to understand what the players need and what the community of players need to be competitive, but you also need to understand what the viewers and spectators need. So I've had a little bit of both of those worlds, and I think that's what I brought to the table. And, you know, working on like the COD casting spectator client and some of the game design features that just support like LAN, you know, so the system lobby and the system link lobby and custom game mode options and so on.
Well, I know you're a great coach because you were also my coach for Call of Duty Friday Night Fights.
Oh yeah.
And I believe our strategy was what was it? It was kill confirmed, and we were like, we're gonna jump off the edge. No one can get our tags.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we obviously didn't win, but yeah, you seem to be doing a lot better with your actual team.
Yeah.
But being here at MLG, who's your caster lineup? Who do you have alongside you?
So we had 5 casters here total. We had Fwiz, Puckett, myself, Golden Boy, and we also had Benson, who flew all the way over from the UK, all the way from England, to come cast with us here. And it was a great lineup of casters, and I think we did a pretty solid job. Fwiz and Puckett are still on the stage. You probably hear them in the mic right now, but they're casting the final right now between Impact and Complexity.
Well, let's see. The recent Call of Duty Ghosts, they teased at another Call of Duty Championships. Obviously, they love esports, but one of the weirdest things for esports is now they've added kill streaks. I mean, I'm having trouble as a Call of Duty fan understanding the direction this is going to go. I really, really like where it is. Are they happy with the results kill streaks have had on the competitive audience?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think when it's a little bit harder for people to understand, it's actually a good thing sometimes because it gets people like involved in wanting to know more about what's going on in the game as opposed to just watching, you know, some guys shoot each other down all the time. But, you know, at the same time, I still have like a very soft spot in my heart for like traditional classic like Call of Duty competitive player, Call of Duty Pro Mod on the PC, where it's just kind of based on gun skill and that alone. But the score streaks and things really, I think, add another element of the game where it kind of gets the crowd on their feet, where you can strategically use those to your advantage in certain situations, and the crowd just goes nuts for it. So I think it adds a better spectator experience, or makes for a better one, and it's just it's totally working. I mean, we've never had a crowd this big in an MLG event for Call of Duty, so why not?
We've had a huge crowd here. We've had a huge online presence, but there are people out there that are still missing out on the greatness that is competitive Call of Duty. So what do you want to say to them to get their butts in these seats?
Oh, don't be so judgmental, check it out sometime. Like, if you're really skeptical of it, at least watch some competition like this. Like, focus on the big ones where the best teams are going to show up and compete, because that's where you're really going to see the passion behind it, the real competitive nature of the game, like how it's supposed to be played at the highest level, because these are the best teams in the world that are showing up to the big ones like MLG Anaheims and Call of Duty World Championships. So, just tune in sometime, watch the event, and, if it's not for you, it's not for you, but at least give it a chance.
Hey, 100,000 gamers can't be wrong. I love sitting on my couch playing, and it's even more exciting to have this going on behind you. It looks great on the big screen, so thank you so much for being part of the incredible production, and thanks for helping to grow the scene like you always do. Is there anything else you want to say?
Oh, no. Well, thank you, Rachel, for the interview, and just hope everybody out there is just really enjoying esports, and welcome COD.
Welcome COD, guys. Open your hearts. It's incredible. Thanks for watching.